We hope you had a great week last week finding out all about animals and mammals and birds and fish. This week we're going to carry on our learning, finding out all about different types of animals and writing non-chronological reports about some as well. I've been bird watching out at school. You might like to have a look at some animals in your gardens or out on your walks with your families. I've even got a list of birds that I can look for when I'm out and about. You can find this at the RSPB website if you would like to go bird watching too. We hope you have a great week this week and we can't wait to see all your work.
Hello everybody, I have written my non-chronological report for you to all have a little look at so you can get some ideas of what we would like you to do next week. So I have remembered to use my title, which is all about hedgehogs. You can choose to write about any other animal that you would like to. I have remembered to include my introduction to my non-chronological report, and it says hedgehogs are Britain's only mammal with spines. They have around 6,000. I decided to do my subheadings on a flap. So one of my subheadings says, where do hedgehogs live? And underneath I've put the information. I've also remembered to use a picture. I've also done another subheading here, what do hedgehogs eat? And then the information is underneath. I've also remembered to use an amazing fact. So did you know that hedgehogs swim? And I've also got another subheading down here with a picture too. I hope you enjoy making your non-chronological reports next week and we can't wait to see them.
Hello everyone. This week in maths we're going to be thinking about measuring things. Now there are lots of different ways that you can measure something. It could be that you're measuring the weight of something or measuring how full something is. But this week we're thinking about measuring how tall or long or short or small something is. So before we get into the actual measuring using equipment, we're going to be thinking about describing things using measuring words like these ones that I've got on the board behind me. Things like taller, shorter, longer, smallest, tallest, smaller and longest. And there are lots of other measuring words as well that you might think of at home. So for instance, I could describe this rabbit and this fox using some measuring words. So I could say that the fox is taller than the rabbit. Or I could say that the rabbit is smaller than the fox. If I introduced another creature, a hedgehog, I could say that the fox is taller than the rabbit and the hedgehog. The rabbit could be shorter than the fox, but taller than the hedgehog. And the hedgehog is the smallest because he is smaller than both the rabbit and the fox. And there are lots of other ways you could describe those three animals using these measuring words. And that's something we want you to do at home this week, is think about things you've got at home and think about describing them using some measuring words. When you've done that, we're going to start thinking about measuring things using things like this, like cubes, or you might have Lego bricks at home, or pasta shells, or even lolly sticks you could use if you wanted to measure something a bit bigger. But the important thing is that whatever it is that you use to measure things, they need to be the same size so that you get an idea of how many of something it takes to measure it. So once you've had a go at using something like this at home to measure maybe a pencil or a spoon or a table or a chair, we're going to be thinking about using a ruler. Now this is a normal way to measure things when we want to measure how long or tall or wide or short something is. And we can use a ruler or we could use a measuring tape, and sometimes rulers are like this, or sometimes they're a little bit shorter, or sometimes they're like this one and a little bit longer. If you don't have a ruler at home, just let us know in school and we can leave one in the school office for you to come and pick up to borrow. So we're going to be thinking about lots of measuring this week, and I hope you have lots of fun with your maths. See you soon!
Hi everyone, so I'm here to talk about science again this week. So what are we learning about in science? I hope you had fun learning about hibernation and doing your work in year 1 and year R as well. And we had great fun. In year 2 we made some bird feeders. So I don't know if you wanted to have a go at that. You just need some lard, some seeds, a bit of cheese, bit of a desire to get mucky, but it's all good, it's all fun. This week we're moving on, so in year R and year 1 you're going to be looking at fish. You're going to be learning all about different types of fish. So last week it was mammals and you were learning about what mammals are. This week it's all about fish. Now there are fish that live in salty water like the sea. There are fish that live in fresh water that doesn't have salt in it. There are fish that live in warm water. There are fish that live in cold water. You're going to be finding out all about that. And then you're going to be making your own aquarium. Now the trick is, you've got to decide, is your aquarium going to be salt water or fresh water? Is it going to be warm water or cold water? And then can you put the right fish in your aquarium for the type of water that you've got? So if you choose warm salty water, you've got to choose the right type of fish to go in that. We don't want them getting sick or ill because they're in the wrong type of water. And then send us a picture in so we can see your amazing aquarium. So fantastic. In year 2, we're thinking about what makes something alive, and we're going to be going on a bit of a hunt to find some things to get you thinking. So this is a lollipop stick. Now you might think that's not alive, and you'd be right. But what are lollipop sticks made from? They're made from wood. And wood was once a tree that was alive. So this lollipop stick was alive once, but it isn't alive now. Let's look at a ruler. Now this ruler is made of plastic, so it really ties in with that materials work we were doing before. Has plastic ever been alive? No. So this ruler has never been alive. Now look at me. Hopefully I'm alive. So I'm something that's alive. So I want you to go on a bit of a hunt around your house. Can you find things that are alive now, that were once alive but aren't anymore, and things that were never alive? And then put them in a table and send me a picture of your amazing work. Have so much fun investigating this. It really makes you think. You really have to question it and have a serious think about what makes something alive, and is something alive right now. Hope you have loads of fun. Send us in your work so we can see, and we'll carry on with some more amazing learning next week. Bye!